Welcome to Time Capsule. We're looking at 2010 meme culture. Let's do it. So let's set the stage. Before 2010, meme culture existed. It totally existed, but it looked pretty different. If you even knew what a meme was, you were probably hanging out on places like 4chan, Ebum's World, or buried in like some pretty niche forums. Memes didn't spread through social media feeds because this was pre-Instagram. Facebook was still very small and Twitter barely existed. If a meme went viral, it spread through email chains or message boards, not something your mom or your coworkers would necessarily be talking about. The biggest memes were the things that came from LOL cats and from like I has Chesburger. What am I even talking about? Also, Rick rolling, keyboard cat, the old school gaming jokes, like all your base belong to us, which I have researched extensively and I still don't understand. It was very niche, very inside jokey, and not exactly mainstream. Every now and then, though, one of these weird internet jokes would leak out of its deep internet niche and terrify the world. Take Bonsai Kitten, for example. In 2000, there was a site that claimed that you could raise a kitten in a glass jar to mold its bones the way that you would a bonsai plant. Obviously, it was fake, but tons of people thought it was real and flooded animal rights groups with complaints. It got so much attention that Snopes and the Humane Society had to actually step in and say, guys, chill. It's fake. It's fake. There's also the classic, okay, this one's one of my favorites, and I do remember this one. The classic God kills a kitten meme. Are you familiar? So I'll show you it now, but it all started as a joke headline in like a college humor magazine in the 90s, but it really took off in the very early 2000s. The version that everyone likely remembers, if you remember it at all, is this fake PSA style image with the line that says, every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten. And it has it has a photo of like a terrified kitten being chased by one of those like weirdly adorable little domo mascots we were all obsessed with back then. And the caption says, think of the kittens. Think of the kittens. Imagine opening an email and just seeing this. What a time to be alive. So now let's talk about 2010, the year everything shifted and meme culture broke out of its niche corners and went completely mainstream. So the catalyst for this change, one big reason why everything changed was social media was blowing up. By 2010, Facebook had hit 500 million users. Suddenly, your grandma and your high school friends were on the same site. MySpace had already peaked in the mid like 2000, the aughts, like the 2000 to 2010, and it was on its way out. It really felt like yesterday's news, and Facebook had basically like eaten its lunch, as it tends to do. All social media things. Twitter wasn't just for tech nerds anymore either. People were using it for real updates. And so live tweeting really became a huge thing. So I remember I was on Twitter before this, but when it was kind of like weirder and more chatty and not, it was chronological and like all those wonderful things. But in 2010, that's when everyone went to Twitter to look for real-time updates about the BP oil spill or the World Cup. And Instagram also launched that year too, planting the seeds for future influencer culture and changing how we share everything online. Meanwhile, I was in that stage of religious delusion where you felt pressure to shun the new scary worldly things. I remember deleting my Twitter account, which I had had for years at this point. So it was weird and niche, and I loved it. But I remember deleting it and feeling so self-righteous about it until the regret hit. And back then, you couldn't just reactivate it. You could not just reactivate it. Yeah. Yeah. So all of these platforms were exploding, and memes weren't staying hidden on forums anymore. They were everywhere. This was the year of the double rainbow video, which had everyone quoting, "So intense," whether they understood it or not.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow. All the way. Double rainbow. Oh my god. It's a double rainbow all the way. Whoa, that's so intense. Whoa, man. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, oh my god! Woo! Oh my! Wow! Woo! Yeah! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my god! Look at that! It's starting to even look like a triple rainbow.
This is also when the Bed Intruder song took a local news clip and auto-tuned it and created a Billboard hit. Literally a meme on the radio.
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park climbing in your windows, snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So you need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband too, because they raping everybody out here.
And hide your kids, hide your wife wasn't just an internet joke. It made nightly news. It got SNL parodies, and it became something even people offline knew. This was the year that memes stopped being just for internet people and became part of like everyday conversations. Basically, 2010 turned niche jokes you had to explain to your friends into shared cultural references that everyone recognized, and it happened really fast. Quick break while we're in the middle of all of this internet history. I want to tell you about something that I make that's really different from these videos, but kind of essential in its own way. It's my newsletter. It's called You Needed This. It's meant to be a pause button for your week. It's a little email from me with encouragement, reflections, and even mindset and affirmational prompts. It's a chance to slow down, to think about what really matters, and to build some routines that feel more restful and intentional. And if that sounds good to you, then the link is down below and it's totally free to sign up and join. And it's honestly one of my favorite things to make because it feels like such a real connection. So if you would like to join the newsletter, You Needed This. This might be your sign that you need this. Then just make sure you hit that link down below and sign up. Now back to the video. So we've seen how the world looked pre-2010, and we've looked at kind of what the catalyst for the explosion was in 2010, which was the boom of social media. So now let's talk about what the internet looked like during and after these booms. So 2010 was a weirdly charming moment online. Facebook wasn't the algorithm-driven feed that we know now. It was status updates like Adriana is tired of finals. It was poking wars with friends and Farmville invites that you could not escape if you tried. And I actually never played Farmville, but I remember the harassment. I don't want to feed your penguins. Stop asking me. But anyways, it felt smaller, more personal, even if it was starting to grow crowded. And Twitter was simpler too. Your timeline was just people that you followed. Imagine that. That you could actually still curate your Facebook or your Twitter account. Anyway, so Twitter, it was simpler. Your feed was full of the people you followed in order. No suggested for you section, less endless thread drama. People used it to talk about live events as they happened. So the BP oil spill, the World Cup, those were huge ones. But also they would crack jokes in real time. And so honestly, I think it was like the peak of live tweeting. Hundreds of people watching the same show at the same time, joking and reacting together. Instagram didn't even exist until October of 2010, which is crazy. When it launched, it was just a way to share filtered photos of your lunch or your shoes. But even then, it was planting the idea that your everyday moments could be content. YouTube was its own little universe. Pre-algorithmic content farms didn't exist yet. There were no shorts, just Jenna Marbles, Niga Higa, Shane Dawson's early shock comedy, and creators who felt like actual people, even when they were being problematic. They still felt like real human beings in their bedrooms. Messy, homemade, way less polished than what we see now. And I wasn't really in a lot of it. Like, I love Jenna Marbles, but I found her way later. So I was deep in the church activities, staying off of worldly sites. So most of the internet's culture, I didn't know that it was even happening, which is why this series is like literally so much fun for me, because I get to finally catch up on all the fun stuff that I missed. So thanks for coming on this journey with me. So that was 2010, the year that memes stopped being our weird little internet secret and became everyone's like common way of communicating. It's wild that how much of the way that we communicate online now can be traced back to that year and those moments. I love doing these time capsule driven videos because they're not just about nostalgia. They're a way to see how we actually got here. And for me, getting to relive the stuff that I missed out on the first time is probably my favorite part. So this is my second time capsule video so far. The first one, was more focused on the whole year as a whole year, and then this one I tried to focus just on one small aspect of the year and see how that goes. So let me know which format you prefer. Make sure you check out the other ones too if you or the first video that I did, which I would tell you what year it was, but for some reason I can't remember what year it was, but you'll see it on the end card. Sorry. And hey, before you go, if you like spending time here with me, I also have this little space called You Needed This. It's not about pop culture or memes, but it is a quiet email that I send out every week with encouragement, reflections, a little mindset work, and affirmations, journal prompts. It's just a chance to slow down for a moment, to rest, and to think about how you actually want to live. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, then the link is in my description down below. It's completely free to join, and I would love to share it with you. If you did enjoy this video, would you please take a moment to hit subscribe? It really helps so much since this is a new channel and I am a mom trying to build up a little bit of income here. So if you enjoyed it and you could take a moment to subscribe and like the video, that is a huge help. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I will see you in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourself. Bye-bye.